Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am here again, no makeup, nothing, because we're talking about mental health. And on mental health ones, we don't wear makeup because we're just gonna be raw and real. Sometimes sometimes I'll have makeup on. Sometimes I will have it on, but I don't even have lashes on. It's a mess. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed the sort of 5-year catch up from my panic disorder video. It was nice to do. It was nice to share. It felt quite revealing to me. It was a bit difficult in some parts. But I'm proud and I'm glad that I did it. So I hope that it helped any of you. Now I did sort of have an agenda of what all these videos were going to be. And this one was meant to be about, this one was meant to be more for significant others or family members, explaining to them how panic disorder works in the body and how you can be supportive to your loved ones. But actually, after having Christmas and all of that, I've decided that this one is one that I should have probably made before going off for Christmas and before going on holiday. And sorry, I have like a little bit in my throat. So what we're going to talk about is your regulating your panic disorder and your anxiety when you're in big groups or when you're at family holiday or Christmas and that kind of stuff, because that can be really, really difficult. Also, you are joining me in bed today. This is not, I hate this bed. It's Henry's. He's very proud of it. This is Henry's side of the bed, obviously, with random, there's a coin from the Rio Olympics and plates and stuff. Yeah, my side of the bed has crystals and a figure of a portrait of a woman. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So let us sort of zone in and focus on that, because I think that's really important. And I think that there are a lot of people who are still trying to go on holiday, or if we end up in another lockdown, might end up stuck in situations where they're with their families and not in their own spaces. And I think that's really important. So the big sort of overarching thing is to really set a boundary for yourself. Now, I know that can be really difficult. I struggle with it, I think everyone does. And I think especially if you don't want to admit that you have panic disorder, it's quite, or anxiety, it's quite hard to then set a boundary, because people are like, why are you going off to do this, or why are you doing this? And you don't really want to open up and share with them because you don't feel comfortable or you're not ready. So one of my things is to sort of have a book. If you have a book, if you say, I'm going to read my book, people tend to leave you alone. They're not going to bother you. They're going to let you go do your own thing. And even if that just means that you get to sit in your room with a little bit of silence and less stimulation, that does matter. And it is quite important. And it's a really important part of being able to regulate yourself. So if you're having trouble being able to just say, look, I need to go to my room and be alone for a bit. I need to just be without people. I need there not to be TV blasting. I need people not to be talking in my ear. A really good way is just to either have a book and pretend to read it, or actually have a book and read it. So that is sort of my big one. I do that a lot on friend group holidays, because often I'm surrounded by people who I don't know that well and I don't really want to get into it with them. I'm quite open about talking about my panic disorder, but I don't always want to spend the energy at explaining to someone what it means versus just generalized anxiety. My other thing is do work. We all have jobs. A lot of us are working from home. It's okay to say, oh, I know it's the holidays, but I really need to get this one thing done for work. People will just think that you really love work, that you work really hard. And there's nothing wrong with that. So that's sort of my next thing, is just pretend you have work, because people will leave you alone. And if you just go to your room, or if you go into the office or wherever, depending on what your space is, that's just a really great one. It's kind of the same thing as having a book, whether you read it or not, whether you work or not. Then my third thing is to meditate. I know you don't like it. Like, some of you out there don't like it. It's not your thing. That's okay. There are so many different types of meditation. In fact, if you go to we'reallgood.com, which is my blog, I do have a quiz on there about like what is the right kind of meditation for you, because there's walking meditations, there's like visualization meditations, there's ones that are just music, there's subliminal meditations, there's guided meditation. Like, there's so many different kinds of things that qualify as meditation. Like, I would even say, like, in some ways I find like yoga and boxing very meditative. So like meditative. Anyway, we're gonna go back to my English at a different point. But they're not necessarily meditation. So just find something that works for you. Like, I'm never going to sit here and preach to you what that should be, because that's just like, I'm not you and I can't decide that for you. So, but with love, I highly suggest finding something that gives you the ability to zone out and just, you know, sort of bring yourself back to yourself, to a calm place, because that is extremely important. Especially if you are at the place where you can start to see where things are boiling up. It took me a really long time to see that. I used to just be like, ugh. It used to feel like I'm fine, and then I'm not fine. And as time has gone on, I've started to see where I'm bubbling, and about to boil over into having a full panic attack. And now I can see I'm bubbling. Okay, let's take care of my needs. Okay, so if we can regulate ourselves and monitor that, that's going to be really, really important for us. I do have a list in front of me, if you're wondering why I'm looking down. Other thing is go for a walk. Again, get out of the house. Even if you go with like one person, or if you go with yourself, that is like at least destimulating. If you can, get into nature, you know, look at the trees, try to like enjoy the really, really small things. Try to like see if you can hear things in the wind. Like, I know that sounds really stupid, but like, just sort of try to formulate some sort of game for yourself. Like, ages ago, I had suggested the game where you sort of look for everything blue, and sort of notice that. So these are just like mindfulness games. Like, the sky's blue, the water's blue, that woman's ribbon is blue. So it's just mindfulness games that keep you in the moment versus letting your little monkey brain spin. So yeah, go for a walk and get out. And no one's gonna blame you for being like, I need some fresh air, I'm gonna go have a walk. Maybe it's out of character for you, maybe it's not normal, maybe it's not something your family normally does, but like, honestly, like, these boundaries are important for you, so just do them. Like, if you need to hear this, like, I give you permission to listen and respect your body and your boundaries, okay? I give you permission. So if you can't do it for yourself, like, I've just done it, so like, off you go do it. No, and then again, sort of on this, it's like these little moments really matter. So taking the time, just even if you are like at dinner, at like a big family dinner, and you go to the loo or to the bathroom for like 5 minutes, and like, sure, maybe people think you're taking a giant poo, whatever, just go in there and like just take a few breaths for yourself. Just and I quite like that, where you like fill up and fill up again and then let go. It puts a lot of pressure on the vagus nerve, and that is not good and helps really release some of that anxiety. So even if you just go for 5 minutes and do that and then return back to the table, we're just sort of trying to regulate ourselves until it feels like safe and normal and like not so overwhelming to be in these situations. And then maybe one day it will feel like second nature and whatever. But maybe right now it's just not, and that's okay. Like, that is fine. We're like, let's just give ourselves enough love to accept the fact that right now it's maybe not great, maybe it's hard, maybe it's difficult, maybe it feels abnormal compared to how other people handle these, but it's not. You're okay. Like, so many people struggle with this. Now, my other thing is lay off the drink. Like, drinking is not good for your anxiety. A lot of people drink because it gives them liquid courage and it makes them feel like they've overpowered their anxiety. And that's really great until you start to sober up. And that's really great until you're hungover. And when you are away for Christmas for like a week or on a trip for a week, like, it's gonna bite you in the ass. And it's just really not good for the body in general, but especially for an anxious body. So just lay off the drink, like, have a glass. Don't like chug it down because in that moment it's gonna make you feel better. Like, it's not. It's gonna end up being something bad later. And with that, also bring your comforts. So like, if there's certain foods you like I'm allergic to a lot of stuff, or like certain things really make, especially when I'm nervous, make my stomach just feel awful. Like, just bring those with you. I am someone who, like, I find it really comfortable to, while I'm being warm, and like British Northerners, they love to be cold. They love cold homes. My mother-in-law loves her home cold, and that's fine. But like, for me, I need, if you hear my baby crying, my husband is with her. I'm not just like neglecting my child. And she is a bit poorly, so we're having a tough day. But bring your comforts. So like, I always bring like a hot water bottle with me. She has an electric blanket. Like, I have that over me the entire time. Just bring all the things that are like yeah, I feel like my hot water bottle, which is like in a dog, like it's like a little stuffed animal dog, and you put a hot water bottle in it. So it's like a cuddly stuffed animal as well. I feel like that has started to become almost like a security blanket toy for me. And then I always like travel with my eye mask for sleeping and those kinds of things, because they help me sleep, they help me like regulate, they help me feel like I'm at home and that I'm in my own space, and that's okay. And then in that, like, include your habits. So like, if every single day you wake up and journal, like, do it. Make sure you do it. Like, it's so easy when you're with a group to just be swayed into the things that they need to do or want to do. Like, if you're somebody who goes to bed at 9:30 or 10, 11 the latest, but you need to like journal or meditate or this or that before you like light a candle and stare at it, whatever, before you go like to sleep, just do it. Like, do it. Just like include your habits, and like, don't let anybody make you feel like you're a buzzkill because you're gonna go to bed early, or like, it doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. What matters is that you're taking care of yourself and that you enjoy yourself. And if that bothers anybody, that's a reflection of them, not you. Like, you're not the not fun one. They're not very cool because they can't be understanding. And like, often when you put boundaries up, if someone has trouble accepting that, it's because like they want unlimited access to people, and if they don't get that, like, that's offends them, and nobody deserves unlimited access to anybody. So that's okay. So like I said, this is about boundaries, and this brings me sort of to my final point, which is don't be afraid to be high maintenance. So like, I used to think that I was really, really high maintenance because like I wanted the heating turned up a bit, or like I, didn't like, I don't, like, I have a lot of allergies, or like just certain things like make me uncomfortable. Or I had one this Christmas where like my mother-in-law was putting scents into the diffuser, and for some reason the smell of black pepper makes me want to vomit. And I cannot tell you like how hard it was for me just to say like, Amanda, I love you so much, but like, the smell of black pepper makes me want to vomit, and I'm really sorry. Like, it's been this way since I was a kid. Like, if I taste it too strongly in food, I physically throw up. Like, I know it sounds like I'm really high maintenance, but like, please, I'm really sorry. And she was so nice about it. Like, she didn't even give a fuck. But like, it was so like built up in my mind that I felt bad because she was trying to do something nice by making the house smell like really lovely and like putting all these different smells in the air. And, you know, on Christmas she had like cinnamon and clove and orange and that, and it was lovely, but it just like that particular one was not my blend. So don't be afraid to be high maintenance, and if that bothers someone, then they need to just live with that. Like, you need to regulate yourself, you need to feel good, you need to feel happy. Like, this is a journey, this is your journey, and I'm here to tell you that it's time to be high maintenance and it's time to take care of yourself. So I hope these helped. Like, I know with some families it can be really difficult to do anything outside the norm. I know it can be really difficult to ask for personal space. Like, I grew up in a really large Puerto Rican family. Taking even like 2 minutes to go sit in a room alone was a deal. I didn't want to spend time with people. Like, I was like awful. And at some point I basically just had to be like, no, I will be with you, I'll spend time with you, but it's not all day every day. Like, it needs to be when I need it. And I invite you all to do the same. I invite you all to be as difficult as me, okay? So that's really it. That's what we're gonna wrap up on. And yeah, I hope this helps. Take notes. I had to write these down for myself. And let me know what you think of this video. Next week we will get back on target, like more into the actual workings of the brain and panic disorder and more coping skills and things like that. But I didn't do a video last week, and I promised you guys a mental health panic disorder video once a week. And so here it is. I'm here, I'm delivering, trying to. So anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like me and my channel, please subscribe. I will have a Christmas sort of vlog wrap up coming to you. And then I have a wedding vlog coming, and like a wedding Q&A vlog coming, and then the last of our wedding vlog series as well. And I'm very excited to say that we were chosen to be in a magazine, and I'll announce all of that as well soon. Just give me some time. I'm just getting back on my feet. Anyway, I'm sending love to all of you, and I hope you're coping. I hope you're doing okay. And if you need anything, please message me or email me or leave a comment, because I'm here and I'm always happy to talk to all of you, because it means the world and it's what keeps me making content. So have a good day.